I put my boyfriend through college. He just repaid me by cheating on me with a high schooler. I want to dump my boyfriend who I supported for years, paying his tuition and providing a comfortable home. I thought he'd be my future husband. I did everything for him, even buying him a PS5 while rarely treating myself. But I found out he cheated on me, not with a woman, but with a teenager he was tutoring. Venting before dumping him. I need time to gather both evidence and stuff from my own apartment. Like the title says, I supported my man for years, paid every cent of his tuition, supported his dreams to join med school even when his parents implied he was not smart enough. This dude also got home to warm meals, a clean room, and while I worked my own shifts at a local pharmacy. My family is well off, so they gave me the blessing to invest in his future. We all stupidly assumed he'd be my future husband. We dated since 2015 and never were apart for more than a few weeks. I feel stupid now. I loved him, y'all. Male loneliness epidemic is something this guy couldn't even dream of. He was a king. And no, he never paid rent at my place. I coddled him because being a future doctor seemed exhausting. But he apparently wasn't as busy as he said he was because he cheated on me. The other woman is not even a woman, but a teenager. He was tutoring her, and they eventually began fucking. I don't even know if I should tell her parents or let them rot happily ever after. This line was satire. I have already found her parents on social media. They have to report his ass first. I can only die more or less proud, knowing I did my very best to make him feel adored. Shit. I even got him a PS5 when it came out. I have never purchased anything over 50 pounds for myself, and neither has he. He always brings me discount chocolate. That console will be coming with me the day I walk out the door. I will sell it and buy myself a pair of high-heeled boots. He never allowed me to be taller than him. Don't date minors, and don't cheat on the woman that would have taken a bullet for you. I will never, ever love again. Not the way I loved this damn groomer. Edit. She was born in 2009. He was born in 1996. I am turning off notifications since I already vented like intended. As a pharmacist, I have sold birth control to teenagers with adult boyfriends before. Why am I saying this? Because I am not 100% sure this girl's parents will side with me. He's conventionally attractive and a doctor in the making. I am just his ex, and he doesn't know it yet. Top comments. Commenter. First, get whatever evidence you have and file a police report. He's abusing a minor, and that's horrible. Second, get all of your things together and get a plan of how and when and where you're moving them to. Then, contact your apartment complex. See how much it costs to terminate your lease. Typically, it's your deposit fee. Let the apartment complex know what's happening and see how they'd like you to handle it. He can either take over the lease or get out typically. Last, enjoy your freedom from being someone you haven't birthed's mom. I'm sorry you're going through it. You deserve better. OP. Amazing advice aside, I am so glad I never gave this man a kid. He always wanted to be a girl dad. The audacity is insane. Commenter. Tell her parents immediately. That piece of shit is a predator, and her parents need to know ASAP. OP. Is this a reason to call the police? She's below the age of consent of our area. Commenter. Yes, it's statutory rape. Gather all the evidence you have or report him as soon as you can. He deserves everything that's coming to him. Story 2. Am I, 28F, an idiot for forgiving my partner, 32M, of 6 years for trying to have sex with his brother's fiance? For starters, we were together for 6 generally happy years. I thought this man was going to be my husband. My whole family loves him, and vice versa. Tons of shared friends and acquaintances and memories over 6 years. At around the 3-year mark, we hit a rough patch during COVID and lost a bit of our romantic momentum. As a woman, I had a gut feeling something was up and made the mistake of going through his phone. I found a dick pic in his recently deleted photos and confronted him about it. He lied and manipulated the situation, saying it was nothing and he never sent it to anyone, and I had no proof, so I chose to believe him. She gives me her phone, and of course, the pictures and emoji message are gone as I expected. I told her I know she's lying and that she had sent pictures to those guys as I just saw them 15 minutes earlier. She immediately says, OMG, it's not a big deal. It's not like they were nudes or anything. I'm just in my bikini. I asked her who those guys were, and she said just friends. I pressed her on it, and she finally admitted they were both people she had hooked up with on and off before we met each other. I asked her how she would feel if I was DMing shirtless gym pics to my past FWBs, and she said she wouldn't care, which I highly doubt. I told her we obviously have very different views on what is acceptable to do while in a relationship, and that I don't think we're compatible, and left. She started calling me, and I ignored them, and texted her back that I need space and time to digest what just happened and that we can talk later. I don't know if I'm overreacting about this. As far as I know, she hasn't physically cheated or anything like that. To me, posting bikini pics on Instagram is one thing, but DMing spicier bikini pictures to specific guys she used to sleep with crosses a line, is crazy disrespectful, and tells me that she is seeking targeted validation and attention, and probably gets off over these guys getting steamed up over her. I'm questioning myself if I should give her another chance or stand up for myself and what I believe is acceptable for the relationships I want to be in, and walk away. Story 5. Bitte, if I told my boyfriend there's no point trying to save for a deposit if he keeps giving his parents money. My boyfriend has a plan to, but a place in a year. We did initially plan to rent December, but my boyfriend kept pushing back when he could rent because he wanted to save money. No problem with that, but I'd rather he not suddenly change his mind on this after already having months to save. We then realized between us we had enough for part of a deposit, so then agreed to save up the rest in a year. We also came to an agreement that if we didn't save up half of the remaining gold deposit in 6 months, then we will rent instead. My boyfriend makes decent money, especially for his age. What worries me is that he often says he has no money left over at the end of the month. He pays his parents about £300, £400 each a month. Doing this is part of his culture. His brother is also paying his parents about the same, possibly more. I think it's admirable that both of them do this to support their parents and can afford to do so. My only issue with this is that his mom will then ask him to pay for the holidays she goes on. It seems to be several a year, and flights ain't cheap. She has just returned from one trip he paid for. He's recently paid for a £600 ticket to one place and is about to pay the same for her to go on another trip. Because of this, he'd already said he can't save anything this month. I need him to be serious about the saving goal and actually stick to it. The reason I had to ask him to reach half the goal savings by 6 months is because he kept changing his mind on renting, then changing his mind on how long to save for. WIBTA if I told him to stop paying his mom more, if it means he can't save, or there's little point in trying? Top comments. Commenter. NTA. But give up on him. He puts his parents' needs first, not his future with you. If he wanted to put you first, he would. OP. He even said that in his culture, as he's the youngest, he will be expected to care for his mother when she's older and move her in with him. Commenter. You know that by saying he will be expected to care for his mother, he means you will be expected to care for his mother, right? You will be viewed as an extension of him, and any labor you do is attributed to him. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you liked our videos, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Have a wonderful day. I buried it deep and tried to just trust and believe he would never do that to me and would be honest. I started crying after sex, feeling like some sort of trust had been broken. Side note, I have caught him before masturbating to pictures of women we know, and he had interest in before we started dating. I felt slightly disgusted and asked him to stop. It wasn't cheating, but I felt like his head was elsewhere. Shortly after this time, him and his brother had a falling out, and he told me it was because he hurt his feelings, saying something brash, and that he was just being dramatic. They didn't speak for the next 2 years. I constantly tried to urge him to mend the relationship as it was stressing out his parents. Cut to the holidays of 2023, I couldn't ignore my intuition and looked in his deleted messages. There was a very long deleted message from his brother, telling him to be a man and apologize and own up to his mistakes. You tried to fuck my fiancé multiple times, etc. My stomach dropped. The deleted dick pic was for his brother's fiancé of 10 years. I immediately left and went to a bar to decompress. I called the fiancé the next day and begged her to tell me what happened. She was also in on it at the time, was equally sending pictures and videos and told me it went on for a couple months, but they never met up. He told me it was a couple days and just a picture. I don't know who to believe. Is it forgivable? He didn't physically cheat on me, but the thought he would do that to his own blood makes me kind of nauseous. Top comments. Commenter, no, it's not forgivable. No, he's certainly not telling you the truth. On top of that, since I think you need to hear this, there is zero chance that was the only time he cheated/attempted to cheat on you. Get tested, cut ties with the cheating scumbag, and just be grateful you didn't make what would quite possibly end up being the biggest mistake of your life and marry this asshat. Commenter, I believe your physical reaction to this situation speaks volumes. It's one thing for him to behave that way with random girls, but as a woman, I would find it truly disturbing if it involved someone I already know, especially someone close to his family. This indicates questionable morals on his part, and it's likely that this will happen again. No, it's not forgivable. I understand that you might be second-guessing your decision to leave, given the time you've invested in the relationship, but this behavior is simply unacceptable. Once someone else gets involved, it's only a matter of time before it happens again. He's shown that he has no respect toward his brother's relationship, and ultimately, none for yours as well. Story 3. AITA for not splitting my college fund with my dad's affair child. My father dropped a big bomb on our family last year when he revealed that he had a secret son from his affair years ago. After my mom found out and gave him the ultimatum, he cut things off with the mistress, and she moved away until last year, when she introduced him to their son, Hank. I really don't give a damn about his latent father instinct, since he didn't give his other family any consideration when he broke the news. Thank God my mom divorced him, and now neither my brother Connor, M18, sister Sophia, F15, or I want anything to do with him anymore. Here's the thing though. We have a shared college fund that my mom's parents set up for us when we were little. My parents contribute almost half of the money, and my maternal grandparents contribute the other half. The account remains under my mom after the divorce. As far as I know, he stopped contributing to that account after the divorce. Last month, I found out that my dad's been harassing my mom because he wanted to add Hank as a beneficiary to the college fund for my siblings. He's saying that Hank is his son and therefore entitled to the college fund that he set up for me, Connor, and Sophia. My mom told him off, and now he has been going around harassing her online and to their mutual acquaintances and friends, claiming that she is heartless and cruel for taking her anger out on an innocent child. And then, he also had the genius idea to reach out to me to put pressure on my mom. He said I should consider opening up my heart to Hank, who grew up without a father and wasn't set up in life like my siblings and me. I left him on read since, honestly, the things I wanted to say to that callous evil monster may be too much. Maybe. Yesterday, he changed tactics and now said he wanted to withdraw all his part of the money from the account, divided them to make sure Hank has his share, and deposited the rest back into the account. With the caveat that since Connor and I didn't need to use the college fund for tuition, since we both had full-ride scholarships, the money would be divided into 2 parts, for Hank and Sophia, instead of into 4 parts for his 4 children. And now him, some of my dad's side of the family, and even the mistress are pressuring my mom to agree to that, and I'm praying that she won't. It physically makes me angry that we're being asked to split our money with my dad's affair child, even if, yes, I don't need to use the money to pay for school, I will need it in the future. Same with Connor. And I know for a fact he would never use the same reasoning to exclude Connor and I from the fund, just to have the money solely for Sophia in the same situation. It's all for Hank. I understand that Hank is innocent and not responsible for his parents' actions, but I don't think of him as my brother. Hell, I don't even think of my father as my father anymore, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, my family consists of me, my siblings, and my mom. That's it. So, Ada? Edit. I'm 23, Hank is 14. Top comments. Commenter NTA. He can deal with his shitty decisions. The divorce is finalized. He can't go back and change the terms now. Additionally, it sounds like he didn't put in most of the money. It sounds like at most he put in 25%. Either way, he no longer has any claim to it. He can take out loans for Hank. Commenter. Here's all that matters. The court gave the money to your mom. Make sure she doesn't cave to pressure. If your dad gets any money from the account, it will be your mother's fault. Tell your dad he's free to take out as many loans as he needs to fund Hank's education. Story 4. My 29M GF 27F DM'd bikini pictures to past FWBs. Is this breakup worthy? My girlfriend, she's 27, I'm 29, recently got back from a beach vacation with some girlfriends of hers. She posted a lot of pictures of the trip on her Instagram, many in a bikini, of course, which I have absolutely no problem with. She also sent me other ones she didn't post as well, which were a bit spicier, and I loved that. I showered compliments on her and told her I couldn't wait for her to be back to get my hands on her. My situation that this is about, however, happened last night when she was showing me a TikTok on her phone. While the video was playing, an Instagram notification pops up on her phone, and I see it's a message from a guy, and it had a bunch of those flame and sweating face emojis. She immediately swipes it away, the video finishes, and I'm kind of stunned and didn't really know how to react in the moment. I think she thought that there was a chance I didn't see what the emojis were, since I was kind of far away from her showing me the video. I didn't really know what to do, and I think in the moment, I was in denial and shock that I saw that message and acted like I didn't see it. We stayed in the room together after this and kept watching TV, and the second she got up to go to the bathroom, I grabbed her phone and looked quickly and saw that she recently DM'd the same exact pictures that she sent to me while on the trip to, not one, but 2 guys. I put her phone down, and when she got back from the bathroom, I asked her who that person was that sent her a message while she was showing me the video. She just said, "Oh, he is just a friend that messaged me." I asked her what they were talking about, and she said, "Oh, just random stuff. He was asking how my day was." I asked if I could see their conversation, and she kind of freaked and asked why, and that she doesn't ask to see my conversations while walking away. She goes into the bedroom with her phone, and I let her go, and I'm assuming she is deleting the messages. So I give her time and then went to the bedroom and put my foot down and said I need to see those messages.